Hello and welcome to a Smurd P video, and today we're looking at Marvel Legends X-Men 97 Nightcrawler. So when Nightcrawler was announced and I was thinking about X-Men the animated show, Nightcrawler in the original show only showed up once, however, in X-Men 97. Hopefully you've all watched it by now, so I can say things a bit openly. He actually becomes part of the cast, which shows that which gives us that comic feel where characters used to come into teams and then they used to go off, etc. Throughout the many years, the team would change for various reasons. So, for example, one of the first changes was Krakoa captured the original team, and when they sent in the second team to save them, the second team was almost decimated in mutant massacre, etc., as well as others leaving, etc., throughout that process, or being killed, like Thunderbird, etc. So it's very nice to finally see some of that. It feels a bit more closer to us comic fans, and I think they've done a bang-up job. I've enjoyed every moment of it. So the other characters in here, which you probably know by now, and Nightcrawler. So let's get Nightcrawler out of the packaging. Actually, before I continue, now I know that they probably didn't want to reveal the villain off the piece, but I mean, I've always loved Build-A-Figures. They could have easily done a Bastion Build-A-Figure, especially with that final thing. Of course, you would have had to release this wave after the series, otherwise you would have spoiled it, in my opinion. But hey, I just wanted to put that out there. That would have been amazing. Okay, here is Nightcrawler. So you got some nice shading on the front of the face for when he's in the shadows. I feel like I would have perhaps liked two versions. He has the beautiful, very nifty, stylish hair, which has a twinge of blue in it. The classic uniform all the way down. He's got some nice feet and hands, which have the right number of pieces on them, and he has the tail, which doesn't just pops out. I was about to say it didn't feel very very animated piece to maneuver, etc. But yeah, it just popped out. Yeah. There we go. Maybe get a little bit more movement there. He is obviously a very, very nice piece. I feel like I would have liked a couple of swashbuckling swords, considering what he does in I think it's episode 8, where the Sentinels are trying to attack the mansion. I feel like that would have been quite cool, but they've not done that. Do you know what would have been really cool? And do you know what? I would have paid extra if they did like a Banff display. I would have really appreciated that. You also get the other head, exactly the same deco. Would have been nice just to have the simple blue rather than the shadow. And he's obviously got knurling teeth going on there. I think that's meant to be a fang. He also has 2 closed fists as well. So I'm just going to bring in Nightcrawler that we got from a couple of years back, which I feel is perhaps a little bit more comic accurate, whereas this is more towards the cartoon series. Also, he came with a swashbuckling sword. I'm not sure if this is his sword or whether it's a Starjammer Christopher Summers, but you know, it will do. But yeah, I really disappointed in that. I'm trying to think, is there much difference in tail? I mean, there's a different tone in the blueness, definitely. Different tone in terms of the blueness. It would have been cool to get some articulation perhaps on those toes as well. But other than that, they are very similar. And, you know, the last Nightcrawler that we had before that was that Series 8. I'm going to say it was the Sentinel series. I could be wrong. It's been a long time. And we had that Nightcrawler for a very long time. And that was my Nightcrawler for a very long time. So articulation, head can go around. It feels very loose. a nice little up and down so you can get him into some very awesome poses. You can lift the arms like so. You can go around like so. You got swivel on the bicep. You do have a double joint on the arm. Although this is brand new out of the box, so it's very stiff, but you can get that in there. Swivel on the hand, up, down, very nicely there. There is an ab crunchy crunch. Nice little spin there on the waist. He can do almost the whole splits. Nice swivel on the thigh, and then a double on the leg, which goes up very well, although nothing there which I was expecting. Lefty, righty, upsy, and a downsy. So Nightcrawler is a very posable for your displays. I think he is a great figure in my opinion. So I'm just gonna pretty much end this figure by bringing in some uncanny friends. So when I think of Kurt in a team, and there have been many teams, Excalibur, he's been a leader of some of those teams as amongst them as well. But I always come back to Chris Claremont's Uncanny X-Men run. This team still sits very highly in my mind as one of my favorite teams and one of my favorite runs of X-Men of all time. I can easily go back and read it and still really enjoy it, just like the first time I read these characters come together, even though I knew that they were together. You know, we also need a new Banshee. Come on, Hasbro, look at this Banshee, man. I think this is one of your first attempts on making figures, if I remember rightly. Give us a new Banshee, please. You know, but I'm still loving collecting Marvel Legends X-Men. You know, Hasbro, for all their flaws, you know, having teams like this completed, you know, it's a joy. It really is a joy. So let me know, Nightcrawler 1997. You know, were you happy that he joined the X-Men? You know, what did you think of that? What do you think of what Hasbro have delivered in terms of the way that he looks? You know, I think he's great. He looks absolutely stunning in my mind. I think they've done a fabulous job. I think the hair threw me off a little bit, but it's growing on me. I think because I'm used to, you know, quite simply this hair. Whoops, that always happens. Anyway, thank you for watching. Really appreciate it. If you like my channel, please support my channel by subscribing. Make sure you look after yourself. Very important these days. If you're subscribed, thank you so much. Really appreciate you a great deal. And as always, embrace geekiness. Take care. Goodbye.